17 years ago, when I was on my first sabbatical, I took a class with Dallas Willard called Spirituality and Ministry. One of the things that Dallas emphasized to us was the importance of trying to memorize or take to heart not just verses of Scripture, but entire chapters. And one of the chapters that he encouraged us to try to learn was Colossians chapter 3, which, especially verses 1 through 17, presents a beautiful description of what the Christian life is like. And in verses 12 and 13 of Colossians chapter 3, Paul writes, "As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other, just as the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive." Colossians chapter 3 and its picture of what true holiness looks like. Honestly, if you only had this chapter from the entire Bible, you'd have more than enough to guide you for the rest of your life, as far as something to aspire to, because we'll never fully be able to do what Paul says, but listen to what he's encouraging us to do. And I love that he uses the image of clothe yourselves with these things, with these Christian virtues. Most of us would not think of walking out of our house naked and going about our whole day with no clothes on all around at work and in public and in stores and things like that. And in a similar way, part of what Paul is saying to us as Christians is, before you get up, before you leave your room, before you leave your house, make sure you clothe yourselves with the virtues of Christ, with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. And you can hear some of the fruit of the Spirit coming out here, because Paul repeatedly comes back to these core Christian virtues. And as Christians, we want to embody, we want to live out compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. And obviously, we want to follow and support people who have those kinds of qualities. We want to be careful of people who don't embody these kinds of Christian virtues. And of course, we're all going to fall short of them, which is why Paul encourages us to bear with one another, to forgive one another, just as the Lord has forgiven us. Go out there and live a Christian life with all compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience.